is to be prepared from home and get support from family and friends, perhaps.
Okay. Basically, a lot of students these days feel very disconnected from their subjects. Like, you're learning about, say, particle physics, and you've never seen or, like, experienced anything that in any way applies that physically. So they don't really understand the practicality. And that's, first of all, that's a major drawback of education in high school. When you get to, for example, undergraduate or graduate level, that might be a different story, but the problem is that a lot of potentially talented students would stop at the high school level. And I think the other key point is that some students just don't feel they're smart, and that's been ingrained in them since childhood. So we need to remember that there are, again, as you've all probably been told many times, there are different types of intelligence, but those types should be shined and put a spotlight on more often and take away from an exam-centered approach to learning.
Mm-hmm. Last but not least.
Well, I might just add that some students may have some bad teaching experiences. They would have bad teachers, so they wouldn't be built on the fundamentals of a certain subject, say science or math. So if they lack the basics, then they're not going to follow up on following years. So not understanding what the teacher is saying would make you boring and not enjoy school.
Absolutely. Okay, now we're getting a little more pointed with our questions. What motivates you to do your very best in school?
The challenges, probably my teacher. She challenges me, she gives me some quizzes, and that motivates me to always do my best. And the expectations, when my teacher comes to me and she's like, I expect you to get a good grade, I know you're good, even when I'm down. She comes to me, she's like, is it all right, is everything okay? And she expects me to always do my best. That makes me wake up 2 o'clock in the night and go study.
But if I could, a quick follow-up question. I actually heard two answers. You said the teacher who challenges you, motivates you to do your best, but you also implied it was, if you were down, you said, the teacher notices and in some way has a kind of more human response. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yes, it is. Just a couple of days back, I wasn't really feeling good, and my English teacher came to me and she actually spoke to me, and she didn't leave until I told her everything was fine, and I had to swear about it.
Was it true?
Yeah, it was. And I think having a goal, when you set for yourself a goal, that also motivates you. Mm-hmm. So if you have a goal that I want to be a great person, I want to serve my society, I want to serve my country, that keeps you going.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
The main reason behind my motivation would be family and friends. Looking up to my parents, brothers and sisters as role models to follow their way, and the support I receive from my friends. Moreover, a good teacher will help me a lot in loving the subject and the class. And last but not least, let's not forget curiosity for knowledge.
Okay, my situation is unique here, is that I could actually choose the subjects that I wanted to pretty focusedly. So in my opinion, the key thing to motivating yourself to study more is passion for your subjects and enjoying them. That, first of all, makes you a better student and makes the teacher more involved in your teaching. And because all teachers, I think, could realize that motivated and passionate students would care more about their subject and would focus more on them. So yeah, that's why I think the main motivation for me is that this is a subject that I enjoy, this is a subject that I want to learn about, and that pushes me to extend beyond what I'm taught to learn more and to understand more.
What would motivate me to continue my studying would be putting my goals, the goals that I want to achieve in my life, in front of me every day, and linking what I do each day that what I do today does help me tomorrow. So, and like my fellow friend said, that what motivates us is we have this need that we have to learn more things than things that we have learned in school. So it encourages to read more things about the stuff that you enjoy.
Okay. So we have the third and final video to roll with 2 new questions.
So good educators are good leaders.
Is someone who teaches you life values and things you can work towards and achieve.
Practical learning is also good teaching.
You're talking about it not as a person that is giving you information, but somebody that is really trying to give transformation.
The teacher should motivate the kids to have fun and at the same time learn. If you're not having fun, it's hard to learn and you want to be lazy.
A good teacher knows you not only by name, but by the end of the year, they have to know most likely your strengths, your weaknesses, so they can recommend, for example, if I'm in 8th grade, they recommend what kind of classes I should take in high school.
Pushes a student to do their very best and helps them learn that in life you always have to try your best.
Classes have to be small.
Government needs to focus more on putting effective systems in education. So let's not have teachers complaining about strikes or wages when, there's matric results, when matrics need to write the exams.
It would be to include more physical education time each week.
That it would be beneficial to students in higher grades to have study hall. It would be a good time for students to catch up on any work. And it might also give students an opportunity to ask any other students, like if they have a question on a certain part of their work, they could ask them and find out how to do it instead of struggling and trying to do it on their own.
The teachers have to know what they're teaching.
If schools came down harder on bullying, and if every school was girls and boys, it's a safer environment for people to learn in.
Pedagogic system should be on a higher level.
We are obviously concentrated about marks, about tests, and we don't have the pleasure to learn.
A huge error in the school system is surely that older teachers are better paid than the young ones, and I think young teachers can always get out the best of you.
I would fire all the bad teachers that don't care about how the students learn or if the student understands the material.
So, for each of you,